Hey there, today we're going to talk about something called the Army Family Advocacy Program, or FAP for short. We're going to break down what it is and, way more importantly, how it can actually help you. All right, let's just be real for a second. Army life, it's tough. I mean, it's not just about the mission, right? It comes with all these unique challenges that put a ton of pressure on you and your family. We're talking long hours, deployments, moving all the time. Man, it can really start to add up.
And if you're feeling that strain, listen up, because the most important thing to know is that you are not the first, and you are definitely not alone in this. Seriously, these challenges are super common, and there are whole programs and teams of people who are ready to have your back.
And that's exactly where the Family Advocacy Program, or FAP, comes in. Now, I want you to forget any rumors you might have heard. FAP is not about getting people in trouble. Think of it more like a support squad, or maybe a toolkit, designed just for us in the military community. Its whole goal is to help you build a stronger family and just make life a little bit easier.
So how does it all work? Well, the best way to handle problems, right, is to stop them before they even start. FAP is huge on prevention. It's all about giving you the tools and the skills to build up your family's strength from the very beginning.
Okay, for example, let's say you're expecting a baby or you've got a little one at home, maybe 3 years old or younger. The new parent support program, this thing is a total game changer. They can do home visits, they have support groups, classes, all to help you handle everything from stress to deployments with a new kid in the mix. It's kind of like having an expert guide for those early years of parenthood.
And hey, it's not just for parents either. FAP has all kinds of workshops for couples. And these aren't just for when you're fighting, They're about making a good relationship even better. You can learn some really practical skills for things like communication, managing stress, and, figuring out disagreements before they turn into a huge blow-up.
But, what happens when life just gets in the way and the stress is already cranked up to 10? That's where the support part of FAP comes in. It's a place to get help before things really boil over.
So what kind of help are we talking about? Well, you've got options. FAP offers things like confidential counseling, classes for stress and anger management, and direct support for just you or your whole family. And here's the most important part. Reaching out for this stuff, that is a sign of strength, not weakness. It means you're taking control of the situation.
And this quote, it really gets to the heart of it. At the end of the day, FAP is all about safety and support. The whole point is to catch problems early, break any bad cycles, and give families the help and resources they need to heal and get back on a healthy track. Okay, let's pause here, because this next part is incredibly important. If a really serious problem like domestic abuse ever happens, you absolutely need to know what your options are. Knowing your options gives you control of the process. We're going to talk about the 2 different ways you can report something. Just remember this, it's your situation, and you have power in deciding what happens next. The system is actually set up to give you choices based on what you need and what's safest for you. So let's break down what those choices look like.
Okay, you can think of it as a private option versus an official one. With a private or restricted report, you can get medical care, you can get counseling, and you get a victim advocate to support you. But, and this is the big one, your command is not told, and no official investigation starts. It stays confidential. Now, with an official or unrestricted report, command is notified and an official investigation begins. But look, in both cases, you get the support you need. The main difference is that command involvement and the investigation.
And you absolutely do not have to figure this out on your own. Victim advocates are on call 24/7. These are trained pros whose entire job is to be on your side. They can confidentially walk you through all your options, help you make a safety plan, and get you connected with resources. No pressure, no strings attached.
So after hearing all that, you might be wondering, okay, what do I do now? If you need help for yourself or maybe for one of your battle buddies, here's exactly how you can get in touch with these resources.
All right, the easiest place to start is probably your local Army Community Service Office, the ACS. That's where the FAP team is. You can also call Military OneSource anytime. That number is 800-342-9647. And for immediate, totally confidential support that's outside the military system, you can always call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. That's 800-799-SAFE, which is 7233. These numbers are your direct lines to help.
So we'll end with this question, and it doesn't have to be some giant, life-changing thing. What's one small step you can take today to strengthen your family? Maybe it's just looking up a communication workshop online, or maybe it's calling Military OneSource just to ask a question. Or maybe it's as simple as deciding to have a more patient conversation at home tonight.
What's that one small, practical step you can take? Because that's where it all starts.